Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Winner's Circle. So, today we have a very special guest. He is currently the Mr. Florida, the 2022 Mr. Florida down here. He competed at the Florida Pro, Florida State Natural, and we're going to learn all about him. I'm going to go ahead and bring him and Alek. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, and Darrell Devor. He's going to be my co host today. This is going to be a great episode. All right, let me bring these guys right in. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey,
Good
Maximus.
morning.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Yes, thanks for coming on. I'm going to go ahead and let Darrell take over.
Well, no, it's like, hey, you had a great year so far. I was actually really excited to do this interview with you, being the 2022 Mr. Florida winner this year on the amateur side. But I was kind of watching you from afar for quite a while. So I was actually a judge at one of your shows where you got one of your pro cards earlier this year. Saw you compete at one of the other shows earlier, the same show the year before, and really had my eyes on hoping I could get you on my stage. And I'm just honored that you came down there and you really showed out.
Yeah, thank you, Darrell. I mean, you're the one that got me onto your show, so I had to go and do it. I got my men's physique pro card in Treasure Coast, NGA, no OCB, and then you told me about your show, and I initially wanted to do Classic Physique for the Treasure Coast, but there wasn't enough competitors, so I had to do men's physique. And I really didn't have much experience in men's physique posing, and somehow I managed to get the pro card for men's physique. So I decided to do also my men's physique pro debut in the Natural Florida State Pro, and it was very tough lineup, very all new to me, the game, but the classic physique and the open men's bodybuilding, for me, amateur debut was the best highlight of the competition. I enjoyed. Um,
So
Let
I'm
me
gonna run.
go ahead.
I'm gonna run a little clip of your routine from that amateur debut, or from that Classic Physique amateur debut at the Florida Pro, and you give us your personal critique. There's not going to be any music playing, but I want you to go ahead and watch this and just tell me what you were thinking and just your mindset right here while you were on stage. Here we go. Now, now we were doing live commentary during the live stream, and you actually had a former Mr. America doing the commentary while you were on stage, and he was thoroughly impressed with your physique.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I for the first time, um, I've been to a competition with a commentary. That was a really cool experience. Definitely, like the atmosphere was like on another level. I can definitely feel the energy when I was there posing, and yeah, like this routine, a little bit of it was also like freestyled as well, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna go up as a uh, a classic physique for posing or open men's bodybuilding, um, and I ended up doing my classic open men's bodybuilding music posing routine. So I was a little bit confused what posing routine I was supposed to do. So I kind of um, like mixed it up I kind of put together classic and open men's bodybuilding uh, poses together in this routine.
You really made it look effortless.
Yeah, you
Uh,
didn't look confused at all.
yeah,
It didn't look confusing at all. And from one of the videos that Sammy, one of the reels she just put up is like, I think Joe Lacera is trying to get you to retire the board shorts. He says, don't cover the wheels. He says, keep those wheels out.
yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna do men's physique for a while. I'm just gonna stick to what the judges were telling me, classic physique and open men's bodybuilding. I'm definitely passionate about that category as well because I want to show off the
Well,
striations as well.
oh no,
De-
absolutely, especially when you've got it like that. Definitely
Definitely.
don't want to cover it up.
But at the same time, real quick, I don't want to discount your showing in the pro men's physique division. I'm just going to run this quick little video. It was just you kind of introducing yourself, and then just a little bit of your stage routine during the Sunday Pro during that.
Alexander Pacocha. I just got my pro card in Treasure Coast, and I'm really excited to be here up against all these guys, amazing athletes, and I'm excited for this debut. And I wish everyone best of luck.
Thank you. And there you go. Now, this is the day after. So tell me how that experience was for you.
That experience was pretty awesome. Like I said, the whole men's physique game is new to me, and being up against like veterans of the sport and really experienced competitors, it was really inspiring to be there. Like I just started men's physique, and like the practicing is it's a lot of work, a lot of dedication and time I had to put into it, and like yeah, I was really happy to be on stage with those competitors. I learned a lot. There's a lot to work on, but men's physique, I'm coming for you. One day, I'll be back for sure. Um, maybe
Well,
next year. I don't know, but I'll
well,
just focus on what I do best.
you're one of those tweeners that can do very well in both, like Chris Tippins. He does classic, pro classic, and pro men's physique. Eric Shelton, he just got on stage and had a great classic physique showing this past weekend, and he's a
Mm-hmm.
men's physique pro also. So you're one of those pros that can actually do extremely well in both, and that's saying a lot because there's not a lot of guys that can do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
like you're
agree.
able to adapt into other categories, which makes it a lot of fun, you know, for
Oh
yourself.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, no. Go ahead, Sammy.
Well, no, I was actually looking through trying to dig up some dirt on you before we did this interview, and you actually competed as a teen for your very first show.
Yeah, I did.
I
And I had
probably dug up old pictures that you don't want anybody to see, but do you mind if I share them?
no, I don't mind. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So I think this might have been one of your first shows.
Yeah, it was my first show, and there was no one in the teen classic physique category. I was the only one. So, yeah,
So
I
why don't you tell the viewers though, even if you were the only one, just showing up to a big show like that at that young of an age, I mean, what were some of the experiences that you walked away with that can never be duplicated in the gym or practicing with a coach? Why don't you tell us about that very first experience?
yeah, like it was just when I went on stage, like the lights shined in my eyes, and like I totally became like tunnel vision. What I was there to do, I I didn't really know how to like pose, but I knew right away like this is something that I wanted to do, for the future. Like this bodybuilding is something that I always was passionate about, and I've always been personal training solo myself. I never had a coach. I always believed that I can improve myself. I like that I have a lot to prove to myself that I can do. I don't want to rely on anyone. I want to prove that I can be the best version of myself, and I have a lot to discover myself as an athlete, and still to this day, always learning without a coach. But I do
Wow.
think about having a coach one day, because a part of that experience is very useful. It's very uh, beneficial. So that if you want to be the best, having a coach, having that third eye is really helpful. But that experience really inspired me to continue to compete and get better, because I saw a lot of like flaws that I had, and I want to improve, and I kept doing it, and my passion just keeps growing for the sport. Um, and when I discovered natural bodybuilding, that really that's where I want to be, in natural bodybuilding, not with the NPC. I gotta say that the natural bodybuilding, like the Florida State Pro, the OCB, NGA, they really give a lot of rewards to the competitors. Their production is really good, and like the community is really awesome. So I'm really happy to discover natural bodybuilding.
Well, you were definitely one of the up and coming star pros that are out there. You really when you took the bodybuilding overall and the classic physique overall, I guarantee there was a few of the pros that were going to be on stage on Sunday in classic physique saying, "Hey, I'm glad this kid isn't a pro yet. So
Yeah,
let's let him have let's let him have Saturday, and we'll worry about him next year."
yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. So I have to ask, you are what, 21, 22 years old now?
21. I'll turn 22 in January 26.
Okay. So there has to be temptations out there. Like you're saying, I'm going natural. I'm staying in the natural organizations, which we're glad that you found us, because sometimes when young athletes start in the NPC, they never come back. But there has to be those temptations for you as a young adult. How do you deal with that? Even I'm talking about steroids and drugs and the pressure from the outside. I mean, have you been presented with that yet?
I mean, I've had a few guys like talk to me about it,
Mm-hmm.
DM me about it, but I'm not interested because everyone's doing it. Like everyone's doing these steroids. What's special about it? You know,
Right.
why not pursue to be like the best natural bodybuilder you can be? Why not maximize your natural genetic potential before you hop on to that? Like, learn to enjoy the process. It takes a long time to like build your physique. And I think going on the steroids, it definitely spoils your mind, and it doesn't teach you like to appreciate what has given you in your life. And that at such a young age, you should definitely just naturally just keep lifting. And once you're around 25, 30, then you can decide, if this is for you or not. But I think that natural bodybuilding is underestimated, and there's a whole lot to discover. There's a whole lot that we can evolve with natural bodybuilding. Like, I'm 21, I'm nowhere near my maximum um, potential. So I want to find out what that is, you know, how we look, and I'm excited. Like that's what I'm looking forward to.
I love it. I wish more people had that mindset.
Yeah,
Well, and also this is another reason that we're trying to highlight and showcase athletes like you, is because a lot of people just don't understand the quality of the natural bodybuilding athletes that are out there. I mean, you could hop on an NPC stage right now and spank all these guys on gear. So it's not about the drugs. It's about the genetic potential, the hard work, the dedication. I mean, and this is one of the reasons we're trying to to highlight natural athletes like yourself is to put the shine on you guys, because a spotlight needs to be put on you guys, and it's for a valid reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Yeah, like it needs, like that's why like I came into the sport and stay natural because I want to be like, I want to raise awareness like in the industry about natural bodybuilding, and for the youth, for the younger generation to treat themselves with love and respect, and follow natural bodybuilding, because there's a lot in that sport that offers a lot, and there's a lot that can be discovered in the sport,
Yes,
and you should
yes.
definitely try natural bodybuilding before you consider steroids.
So I have to ask
No,
you,
absolutely.
going way back, is there anyone in your family that's a bodybuilder, or were you involved in any like sports in school? Like, how did you even get turned on to this sport?
So my dad, he got me into soccer, and I enjoyed it for like a few months, and then I got distracted by gaming and food addiction, and then I had this weird like insecurity whenever I showed up to practice. I felt insecure about stretching in front of everyone. I don't know why, but I felt weird about that because I wasn't flexible. I wasn't in shape. I felt guilty of myself. So I quit soccer, and I was home one day and I asked my dad, "Do you have like a pair of dumbbells?" And he said yes, and I started curling it, and I mean I felt this amazing rush of adrenaline and pump that I saw in the mirror, and like I never stopped. Like till that day I said like, this is what I want to do for my life. Like I want to be one of the best natural bodybuilders and fitness models that I can be, and inspire the youth to also appreciate who they are, and give your natural genetic potential a try if you're gonna be into bodybuilding, if you're gonna compete. So never give up on your dreams and keep going. Because like I mean, half of my life, this is what I've been working for. Like I've not really had that social life. In high school, I didn't really have a good experience because I was always in the gym. And I mean, that's better than, doing drugs and hanging around the wrong people. So I just kept going to the gym. I was going to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and I was walking to LA Fitness like almost every day. And yeah, I was a gym addict. I was a meathead. Like I was getting into powerlifting a little bit, but then I saw I matured a little bit, and I thought about that this is not going to benefit me in the long run. Lifting heavy weights all the time, low reps. I need to do more volume. I need to feel the muscle work. I need to slow down my tempo, and just pump the muscle so that I can build the physique that I want. So powerlifting definitely isn't for me. But yeah, my parents didn't get me into bodybuilding. I got it into myself because of my habits that I had, the insecurities that I had with myself. Um, I just I'm like, I have to do something. I have to make a change, and there was bodybuilding that changed my life forever.
Well, and you mentioned your fitness modeling a little bit. I've seen a lot of your stuff that you post, and you should have a pretty budding career. You should have some contacts and people banging down your door on that side as well, because you were extremely marketable. Um,
Absolutely.
and and you're from what I understand, I know you were a part of the Revo magazine photo shoot at the show this year, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be in that magazine coming out the beginning of September, if I'm correct.
Oh, well, I think so. Yeah, I'll be in the magazine. I'm really honored to be a part of it. It was a great photo shoot experience, wonderful people to work with, and yeah, I'm just I'm really like I want to expand my passion, like not just competing, but also I want to be a personal trainer. I'm working on that right now. I am certified, but I'm trying right now to work on a private um, training business and to help people get healthy and fit with themselves, make a bigger impact on a bigger scale. Tried to also do like online personal training. I want to get to that eventually, and also prep clients for these shows, these younger athletes, and like be a positive influence. Like try natural bodybuilding. Don't even think about, you know, enhanced bodybuilding. So we need people like that in the industry. Um, yeah.
No, absolutely. Paying it forward. That's fantastic.
So with that, I want to mention you do have a YouTube channel, and I did go through some of the content you have on there, and it's fun. It's a great way for people to get to know you, but you also are sharing some really knowledgeable information on your experiences and like what you just said on educating people. So if you guys are watching this, definitely check him out on YouTube. But I do have one question for you. This is a serious question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Does your dog really sleep in a crib? I'm pretty sure I saw a video with your dog sleeping in a crib. It was
In
quick.
a crib?
Was he
Oh,
in a
really?
crib?
No.
No?
No, he's not.
I'm showing you
Maybe
this
when he
video.
was a puppy, yes, but he's too big for that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because I thought that was absolutely adorable. So,
Yeah.
so great content on your YouTube video. Keep that up because I know as a creator, it's hard to keep content consistently coming out on those type of platforms, especially when you're post editing and that type of thing. But you're doing a great job, so keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
You're my idol. I look up to. Your YouTube videos are next level. Production is great. I'm
Thank you.
trying.
Well, now we got into a little bit before we went on camera and went live about what you've got upcoming. What's in the works for Alek? What do you got coming up in the future?
So in November, I'm gonna do the Mr. America show, and I'm gonna compete as Classic Physique and possibly open men's bodybuilding division. And next year, I'm gonna be back at the Florida State Pro competing as a classic, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be meeting the guys that I met um, in the Florida State Pro show when I that was my first show that I did for the Florida State Pro. So I'm excited to meet those guys, those pros, and compete against them. Because I mean I'm coming. I'm ready. Like
Oh,
I'm
and
ready
you're
to
gonna
stir it up.
see quite a few of the athletes that were on stage at the Florida Pro. You're going to be seeing them on stage at Mr. America. So that'll be a great one for you to hop in on stage because I think you're going to rattle some cages for sure.
Yeah, I saw Joe's physique. He has a really good physique. His back, his legs are really like dominant. So there's some real big competition. But my goal is definitely to place like top 3 for my pro debut. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'll
Now
just keep my head down, keep working.
I have to ask you: are you following Richie Lopez on Instagram? Because word is that he is going to be at the Florida Pro next year, and he's an incredible Classic Physique Pro as well.
I believe that I do follow him. Yeah, he does have a very intimidating physique.
Darrell, can you confirm that? Can you confirm that he'll be there?
If God willing, the creek doesn't rise, Richie Lopez is 100% in on the Florida Pro next year. So he was actually getting married this year, this summer. So that's why you haven't seen him as active as he normally is, because that's way more important is to start that chapter of his life. But he's chomping at the bit. He's going to be ready to go, and he's another one. And Alek, he's like you. You actually put in the work on the art of classic physique posing. And those are the athletes that actually do very, very well, or the ones that are students of the sport. And obviously, by the way you pose, by the way you showcase your physique, you are also one of those students of the sport. You actually put in the man hours and the posing hours to showcase your physique the way it should be for that particular division.
Yeah, I was posing like every single day in the morning on an empty stomach. So that's what got me to get good at posing. Like even right now, like I've been just posing every single morning, and I've been seeing my physique. It's coming alive. I see every day like it's getting better. I'm building some really good mind muscle connection with my body, and every day like my passion just grows because I mean that's what I do. I don't even think about it. I do it every day. It's a habit, you know, it's a lifestyle, and I'm excited where it can go.
I think you said the key word, that your athletes that do the best in this sport. You said the key word, lifestyle. It's not a hobby. It's not a sport. It's not something you do 3 or 4 times a year. It's a lifestyle, and I think that's extremely important for athletes that want to get to that very, very high end, top level caliber. And you're definitely one of them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you definitely have to make it a lifestyle, be disciplined, and have a set of core values that you follow by every day. Like I meditate now, I read, I write in the morning what I'm going to do for the day, and it definitely helps keep my mind sharp. I just started doing this habit, and it's very helpful. Um, but also just eating really healthy and giving your body the rest that it needs from training as well, sleeping good. You have to be conscious of everything that you do, what you put in, and what you put in the gym. Always give it your 100%. Every gym session matters.
Well, now on a personal level, is there a partner? I'm sure that everybody's interested. Is Alek a lone wolf? Is he solo? Is he single? Is he taken?
Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm single. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can already feel the impression that I'm giving off, the energy. I'm single. I've always been single. Uh, I never really was like social, like I said before. But now I'm opening up because I'm getting into like the modeling industry, and now I'm doing interviews, which is awesome. So thank you so much, uh, Sammy, for having me here. It's definitely opening me up, and yeah, like it's nice to have someone, love someone, but it takes a lot of responsibility and time from bodybuilding. So I'm not thinking about it at all. I'm just enjoying life. I'm not looking for anyone. I'm just doing
Oh,
what
there you go.
I love. And
Ren, Ren,
someone will come, you know, eventually, the
yep,
right person.
Renaissance man meditates, writes, lifts, models. Swipe right.
I do have Tinder, so you can try it.
I'm sorry, Darrell, you cracked me up.
Do you guys have
Uh,
Tinder?
No,
I
sir.
know what it is, but no. Yeah, no. Happily married, no tender.
Oh my goodness. So, one of the questions I've been wanting to ask you since the beginning of the interview is you talk about being like self-coached and, you've kind of learned all these things on your own. Where are you getting your information from? Like, how did you see? Now, I had a bodybuilding father. So, everything was taught to me. So in today's world, are you going to YouTube? Are you talking to people in the gym? Like, where are you learning everything? Because you're pretty dialed in for not having a coach, all the way down to your diet and even probably your peak week. Where are you getting your information?
So like I was just like when I was young, I just said that I don't want to coach. I want to learn by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was working out every single day and I was learning. I was picking up things. I was always observing what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
what's it doing to my body, and I was learning a lot. But I also was watching a lot of YouTube videos, like C-Bum, Christian Guzman, all those Max Tuning, all those people. I learned a lot. YouTube is definitely the place you'll learn a lot. The internet, but also talking to people at the gym is very helpful. Working
Mm-hmm.
out with people, you learn a lot from them. Um, yeah, so that's where I got my knowledge.
I love it. Man, I mean, the resources are
Awesome.
out there. Yeah, like you said, if you have a passion and you know, like you said, from the very first time you picked up the dumbbell, you were hooked, and you just started digging deeper and learning and the intricacies of this sport. I love that.
Yeah, it took a while though for me to like learn quickly. Like I was really like stubborn. Like I was stagnant. I was doing a lot of the same, like a lot of trial and error. You know, like
Sure.
I'd say the first 5 years, like I was like doing the same thing. Like I wasn't really willful like to learn. Like I became sort of like complacent, like really comfortable. But then I realized that I need to learn if I want to grow. I need to switch up my routine because you hit plateaus. So yeah, always learn every day.
Darrell, anything else from you?
Good. Well, I guess now that you're a multi-division pro, men's physique pro, classic physique pro, and a bodybuilding pro as well, you got the trifecta. So now, I guess moving forward, what I wanted to ask, and this might help out a lot of athletes also. What do you put in your bag when you are pulling out a show to do? What are the big things that you look out for your next competition? What are the deciding factors that this is where I want to go, or this is an event that I want to do? What's in your decision-making process that might help some of the other athletes out there when they're looking to pick a show or do an event or even get started?
Well, first is like, is it close to you? Like, if it's close, you have that convenience. It's less stressful. So this show, Mr. America, it's like really close to where I live. It's somewhere in what Coral Gables or something like that, Coral Springs. Um, so yeah, that's definitely a win, and definitely always be prepared for when you're coming into the show that you want to do, that you are like your physique is already like pretty developed, like you have a good foundation, and always you want to ask other people which show are the best shows like that you should do. If you have friends doing the show, that's like really motivating, so you could do that show with them, and that's fun. You should also I have a brain fart. I'm trying to think. There's something else that I want to get out of my head. I don't know what it is.
No worries. Well, and this is the reason I asked that question is because now competing as a pro athlete, now you're looking primarily at pro shows
Yeah.
to bring your best package for that particular event. How many times in the next, let's say for 2023, as a pro athlete, how many shows do you think you're putting on your radar? Like how many times as a pro being selective in what you're looking to do, how many times do you see yourself competing next year?
I see myself competing. So far this year, one show. Then next year will be your show, the Florida State Pro, and probably maybe the Yorton Cup. Maybe I'm not thinking too far ahead, but I definitely am. I think every year I'm gonna be competing at like at least 3 shows. I feel like because I'm staying lean year round, and I'm just building my lean physique. I'm not really in an off season anymore. I was in an off season. I was doing those bulking cycles, and I realized that it's not necessary. You just stay with a healthy body fat, good range, and that you can maintain. Like, because if you're gonna be a model and a bodybuilder, you want to always be like pretty conditioned. You want to be healthy, because if you put on too much weight, then it kind of puts you behind. It's demotivating as well, because it affects your self-esteem, and you can't be like doing your best. I feel like if you're in good shape, you can really enjoy the process. So
Awesome.
I learned it that way, and I do think that I do pick certain shows because they have also really good rewards as well. Like, people think that you can't make a living out of bodybuilding. Like, it's really hard to make a living out of bodybuilding. Like, there's not much money like in the sport. Like, it's hard to compete show after show. You have to have a side hustle. You have to have a personal training business. You know, like, these shows, they cost, but these shows, they really do put the athletes first. Like, they really, like, your show, you're giving away a lot of rewards and money. It's really amazing what you're doing with your show. It's really awesome what you provide for the athletes. So that's I'm probably going off topic, but that's also what I wanted to say in this live stream.
Oh, thank you, and you know that's one of the primary things that with my event that we try to do, and it's same with what we're doing on the Winner's Circle with Sammy, Joe, and SubCulture, is make it all about the athletes, because we need to highlight people like you and get your stories, get your physique, get the whole package out there, so everybody can take whatever bit of motivation, whatever bit of insight that you can give, and go forward and pay it forward. Give back to the community.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, I want to say thank you for hopping on here this morning. I think we got a lot of good information about you out there. I want people to follow your journey, because you are so young and you're just getting started, and you really have the right mindset to go far in this sport, especially as a natural competitor. So we wish you like the very best of luck, and I can't wait to see you. Now, I just want to clear this up really quick. It sounds like you're doing the Universe down in South Florida, and when we thought maybe you were referencing the Mr. America up in New Jersey. Both of them, bigger end of the year shows. So, but yeah, the Coral Springs one is right in your backyard. That's the Universe, the NGA Universe.
Yeah, that's where I mixed up. Yeah.
No worries, no worries.
No worries. You'll see me there also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just doing the Universe.
Perfect. Oh, hey, Melanie Benson. She was at the Florida Pro as well.
And did very well.
Yes, she did. All right. Well, we will check in with you again in the future. Until then, everybody go ahead and follow him. He's got his Instagram, and we have you on YouTube. I really enjoy your YouTube content is really fun. So,
Thank you.
there we go.
There we go.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, Darrell.
Bye, everybody. Huh?